we have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. And now Dallas' starting group. Thompson, the small forward. Washington holding down the 4. Then there's Derek Lively. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. And for the Jazz, George and Sexton in the backcourt. Markkanen and Collins, the 3 and 4. And it's Kessler in at the 5 down low. You know, Grant, for players that move to a new team in the offseason, have they had enough time to get adjusted?
Well, you know, B.A., it depends. Some guys blend right into a new squad, but for others, it takes a lot of repetition to get a feel for your teammates.
Irving looking around. 6 to shoot. Shoots over George. Irving, no good. Pass to Markkanen. Good on the shot.
Yeah, he's not just a perimeter shooter. Markkanen will take it right at you.
And Dallas with possession. Outside Irving. It's Lively, high post. Kessler with a rebound. Maybe the results haven't been there in recent seasons, but the Jazz have an exciting young core, Coach.
Yeah, they do, B.A. They've focused on youth, and some of those guys are developing into very good players. If this core stays in place and gels and they can add to it a little bit, watch out for this Jazz team.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
The head coach of the Jazz gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We spoke about Kyrie Irving and what the most challenging thing about defending him is, and he told me, quote, just how creative he is when he's handling the ball. We want to keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, even if it means sending double teams occasionally. We'll see if this game plan works out for them, guys. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. George finds Kessler. Misses from short range. The Mavericks have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Here's Irving. Sinks that one from the post.
Oh, great concentration from Irving. He's focused on the rim, not the contact. Love it.
Sexton passes to George. Going inside. It's tipped. Now here's Irving. Coming off a terrific game against Atlanta.
Yeah, they don't come much easier than that. Irving always putting the ball right on the money.
The Jazz have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Here's Sexton. And the layup is good.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Pass to Grimes. Lets it go from the wing. The shot that time not on target.
Man, coach is going to have a few words with him after that shot.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
Kessler passes to George.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And Kyrie Irving clears the rebound. And so it's Irving with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. The 16th pick in last year's draft, Keontae George was thrown right into the fire his rookie season, Stan.
Yeah, down the stretch, he was basically handed the keys to the offense at the point guard position. He may take some lumps, but his talent level is evident.
And Utah calls time here.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
And a new group getting ready for Utah. Eubanks, he's checked in for Kessler. Filipowski comes in for John Collins. Sensabaugh is checked in for Markkanen. And Clarkson subbed in for George. Clarkson against Dinwiddie. And that one's good. Clarkson.
Good maneuver to get inside. Clarkson is sneaky.
For Dallas, they've gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Here's Dinwiddie. No good. Some solid D from Eubanks. Utah trailing here. Here's Clarkson. And Gafford with the block. And he's able to get it back. All right, let's take a look at some numbers for Najee Marshall.
His first personal foul.
Utah shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
For the Jazz, Jordan Clarkson. 2 shots.
shooting 2.
First one falls. Will stand former second-round pick Jordan Clarkson. He's averaged double-digit scoring every season.
Yeah, Brian, he's done it primarily as a sixth man. He actually already ranks among the top 10 in all-time points scored off the bench, and he's still moving up the ladder.
It is interesting that he prefers to come off the bench.
Yes, some guys do.
And so Clarkson nails both of them. And Grant, as long as the Mavs have Luka Doncic, they'll be a contender in the West.
Yeah, no doubt. Luka is the special guy who can carry a team. He's an MVP candidate year in and year out, and Dallas is just very lucky to have him. A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Offensive board. The shot by Filipowski, no good. The Mavericks trailing. Dinwiddie outside. Utah with the rebound. The last time these two teams came together was also in this building, and they were able to win it for the home fans.
The last time out, they barely captured a win against this team, and it came down to some key turnovers.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And there's the foul. It's on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Williams is checked in for Utah. And Dallas with a change here too. Powell, he's checked in for Kleba. "24 seconds left in the first. Here's Marshall, coming off a 22-point game against Atlanta.
Yeah, and the effort on the boards last game gave them that many more chances.
Clarkson outside. Pulls up on the wing with one on the clock. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Utah ahead, up 1. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And what stands out to you from Utah in this one?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. Thompson, the small forward. Washington holding down the floor. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Grimes in at the 2. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian. The Jazz are making progress. Coach Will Hardy said this team has shown grit and character and has developed a lot of confidence. When we're going through game preparations, the players walk away knowing if they do certain things, they can win. That's a big step in the right direction.
A bright future, Allie. Thank you. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Utah?
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
That one misses. And, Coach, it seems there's a move to cut out some of the cheap fouls in the game. This notion of, if you wouldn't call it on the playground, why do you call it in a game? You like to see where it's going?
Yeah, look, there's some times where I think we'd get a better game if the players do what they did in pickup games, Brian, and just called their own fouls. A lot of these cheap fouls would cease to exist. I think there's just got to be a better recognition from referees on what really impacts a play and what doesn't.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Now Collins. And Collins with the slam.
Well, in this two-man game, Collins can really do anything, and that's why he's so effective in the pick and roll.
Powell with it. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Utah. Sexton comes in for Sensabaugh. And Dallas with a change here, too. Kleba's checked in. Will stand since trading Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell in 2022. The Utah Jazz have done some reshaping of their roster.
Yeah, and Brian, it's clear that they're not done. The tinkering continues. They're going to continue to move pieces around until they find what they think can become a championship contending team.
And it's Washington missing.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Markkanen misses. Mavericks trail by 6. Irving, the pass to Thompson. Shoots over Collins. Utah with the rebound. Kessler's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's George, and he's going for the oop here. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
Well, great to see in-sync offense like this. The pass is perfectly timed, and Collins rises up and puts it down.
Irving finds Kleba. Here's Washington. Here's Grimes. Again, the miss by Dallas. Jazz leading by 8. And remember, despite a great start to his career, Colin Sexton was traded after his 4th year, Coach.
Yeah, well, Brian, seems like everybody gets traded at some point now, and Sexton has responded well to that deal. He understands it's not personal, it's a business. He deserves a lot of credit for what he's done.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, too. The team that traded you, there's also a team that wanted you in trade.
So true.
That free throw good from Sexton.
Well, you know, Sexton is the definition of a spark plug. He's a high-energy, high-paced player and is terrific at creating scoring opportunities for himself.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Lively's checked in. All right, both free throws good from Sexton. And you got to give this Dallas front office credit for how they've acquired quality role players, Grant.
Well, BA in particular adding length and athleticism. That's helped them defensively, as well as providing some lob targets for Luka and Kyrie.
George against Irving, looking to end the run. Lively's shot is off.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Sexton looking around. Pass to George. Puts up a 3. Counted from distance. George has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
I just love the ball movement.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Time called here. The Mavericks decide to talk it over. Stan, you've always been known as the style police. We're used to seeing the home team in white, but you look around the league now, there's a lot more variety.
Yeah, and that's before you even get to the neon shoes some of these guys are wearing. The NBA palette, Brian, has gotten a lot more adventurous.
And Dallas making a change here. Gafford, he's checked in for Kleba. Marshall comes in for Thompson. Dinwiddie, he's checked in for Grimes. And it's Hardy in for Kyrie Irving. Sexton against Lively. Outside Sexton. Eubanks inside. He's scoreless. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Here's Lively. They get the rebound. Gafford. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
His first personal foul.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
These are his first free throws of the game.
2 shots.
That free throw misses. Stan, how do you think the Utah Jazz have fared with a relatively young squad?
Well, Brian, I'd say admirably. It's not easy to be the less experienced team figuring things out all the time, but they continue to grow and work and get better.
Williams is checked in for Utah. Sensabaugh comes in for Sexton. Good on the second one.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
59 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Shot's good by Sensabaugh.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Pass to Powell. Now Gafford. Here's Hardy. Dinwiddie outside. 6 on the shot clock. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And give credit to Dinwiddie, taking the hit well and finding a way to power through it.
Eubanks up top. 26 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Williams. Rebounded by Marshall.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
Here's Hardy. 23 points for him last game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
Yeah, and I thought he was locked in defensively. I think he had like 3 steals on the night.
And so it's the Utah Jazz, a sizable lead of 14 at the break. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, John, you're facing a challenge tonight.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. They ended the period holding on to a slim 1-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. And, Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. They had the attitude that you can't beat us, we can only beat ourselves.
And, Shaq, what did you see from Dallas?
They really need to focus on finding quality shots. If they can't create for themselves in the second half, things will only get worse. And I'm talking about the high percentage looks, not contested threes.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Boy, you got to like what John Collins has done in this game.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
So it's Utah now. Marketing and Collins the 3 and 4. George and Sexton in the backcourt. And it's Kessler in at the center position, locking down the middle. And that's the group for Will Hardy as we begin the second half. Mavericks trail by 14. Outside Irving. Takes a 3. Utah grabs the miss. Next up on the schedule, the Nuggets. A home game. Back to Sexton. And he's going for the lob. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Washington's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Grimes. Here's Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
And B.A., He takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Irving against George. Misses the layup.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
And the shot goes in. Sexton's got 6.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Here's Grimes. From outside, off the mark.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Sexton passes to George. Driving in, over Irving. No good off the back of the rim. Mavericks trail by 14. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Assistant, Quentin.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Thompson against Markkanen. Right side, Sexton. And that one drops for him. Give him 8.
Very clever ball handling from Sexton, getting himself some room to work with.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Lauri Markkanen's shooting stroke at 7 feet tall had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to Dirk. Lauri said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives me more motivation to keep getting better. He's not getting a big head, Brian.
No, he's not, and that's the way you have to approach it to be great. Thanks, Allie. On the wing, Sexton. Just 5 on the clock. And a nice finish on the layup. And the Jazz lead by 16.
Well, look, if you're guarding Sexton in pick and roll action, you have to stop the ball first.
And Dallas calls time here. All right, Coach, what are some qualities you're looking for in a lead guard?
Well, look, you want a guy that can make plays, that can control the game. When I first got into the league, people thought about point guards as traditional pass-first guys. But now it means more than that. You want a guy who can make plays, whether it's for himself or for his teammates.
So Utah going with an almost entire new group here. Filipowski, he's checked in for Kessler. Williams comes in for Collins. Sensabaugh is checked in for Markkanen. And Jordan Clarkson subbed in for George.
Remaining in the third.
And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. Fires in the triple. Dinwiddie's got 5 now.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Pass to Filipowski. Outside Sexton. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
And Sexton is a microwave scorer. And once he finds his rhythm, he's difficult to slow down.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Clarkson passes to Filipowski. Sexton with it, and Dinwiddie picks him up defensively. Shot clock at 6. Dinwiddie with the rebound. And here's Dinwiddie. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 15-point game. Pass to Hardy. Back to Dinwiddie. And the dunk by Gafford.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, B.A.
Yeah, wanting to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here. Here's Sensabaugh. Clarkson with the ball. To the inside. Williams misses. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Dinwiddie. Here's Hardy. Checked by Sexton. It's stolen by Clarkson. Stolen by Dinwiddie. Williams grabs the board. Clarkson with the ball. Fires for three. That shot is off. What a performance for Colin Sexton. He has been the story for Utah. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So the Mavericks 5 right now. Thompson, the small forward. Washington holding down the 4. Then there's Maxi Kleber. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Grimes in at the 2. Irving for 3. Utah with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Kessler passes to Clarkson. No good from outside.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Outside Irving. Pass to Kleber. Now here's Washington. Outside Irving. From deep. Kessler with a rebound.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Washington's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Grimes. Again, the miss by Dallas. Jazz leading by 13. Clarkson passes to George. Collins, no good.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
We haven't seen many buckets like that one. These teams have struggled to dial in their shooting.
Yeah, the score is also the result of quality defense. These teams are almost doing more on that end.
And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. And the Mavericks making a change here. Lively's checked in. George against Irving. Clock at 6. There's the foul. It's on Derek Lively. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth. George feels it out a bit. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Irving.
Excellent anticipation there to come away with the steal.
Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
A fearless dunk by Thompson, showing the defense they can't force him to back off.
And Utah calls time here. And I'm sure the players will be staying hydrated with some Gatorade during this timeout. It's so important that they maximize their ability to recharge during a short break like this.
Everybody who wants a free t-shirt.
Check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Will Hardy was going over with his team. He told his guys, let's not waste this advantage. Hold on to it. Stay aggressive. Let's not give up ground. Coach wants to see his team staying strong out there, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Pass to Collins. It's George on the wing. He's guarded by Irving, and it's blocked by Irving. Here's Grimes. Back to Irving. Puts it up from 15. Here's Lively. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Kessler. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Jazz.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
They've also been striking from mid-range with great consistency tonight. They just owned that part of the floor in this one.
First free throw is good. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
Here's George, and he hits it from 9 feet.
Wow, Keontae George flashing those handles. Nasty stuff.
George against Irving. Tries to break his ice. It's rebounded by George. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth.
He can slam it with the best of them. Collins with an all-star weekend-worthy dunk there.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Irving. Offensive rebound. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Yeah, secures the ball off the glass. Does a nice job going right back up.
Here's George. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
George, 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
An intriguing young talent. George's upside as a scorer is especially enticing.
Colin Sexton's checked in for Clarkson. He's off on the second. Mavericks trail by 11. Outside Irving. A minute 9 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. On target from about 13 feet. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
The handles Irving has remain absolutely filthy. I mean, he just carves up defenses like it's nothing.
Kessler passes to Sexton. Now here's George. Pass to Collins. Outside Sexton. George against Irving. Back to Sexton. Thompson against Markkanen. George left side. There's the triple. He can't get that one to fall.
Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
Irving, no good. Here's George. So we see Utah get the win here. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Well, Colin, your development has been such a bright spot for this team. What are you seeing in your game right now?
The game's starting to slow down a little bit, and my teammates and I, we continue to watch.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.